Are you ready to have your minds blown? The James Webb Space Telescope has just done the unthinkable. It spotted a planet that could be better than Earth. That's right, a planet with a 99.7% chance of life. This isn't science fiction. This is happening right now. Forget everything you thought you knew about space exploration because we're about to take you on an interstellar journey to a world that might just be more habitable than our own.
Buckle up, like, and subscribe because today we dive deep into one of the greatest discoveries of the century. The James Webb Space Telescope, NASA's most advanced eye in the cosmos, has been changing the way we see the universe. But this latest discovery has scientists speechless. The planet, designated as Gliese XB, orbits a star in the habitable zone, roughly 120 light-years away.
What makes this world extraordinary is not just its distance, but the data, atmosphere readings, temperature regulation, and water vapor signals, all pointing to conditions more favorable than Earth. With its cutting-edge infrared technology, the James Webb Telescope analyzed light spectra from the planet's atmosphere, revealing oxygen, nitrogen, and most shockingly, a consistent methane signature, often linked to biological processes. Scientists estimate a 99.7% probability of life-friendly conditions. For the first time in history, we're looking at a planet not just similar to Earth, but potentially superior, raising incredible possibilities for humanity's future in space. So what makes Gliese XB potentially better than Earth? It's not just about having water or oxygen, it's about balance.
Gliese XB boasts a perfect climate equilibrium with mild seasons, no extreme hurricanes, and stable temperatures that hover around 22 degrees Celsius, 72 Fahrenheit, ideal for human life. The planet's atmosphere is thicker, providing natural radiation shielding against harmful cosmic rays. Its larger size, roughly 1.3 times Earth's radius, means stronger gravity but still comfortable for humans, possibly making inhabitants healthier with stronger bones. Even more fascinating, the planet completes an orbit in just 385 days, meaning a year there is almost the same as ours. The presence of lush clouds, active weather systems, and minimal axial tilt suggest long-term climate stability. These features make Gliese XB not just Earth-like, but possibly Earth 2.0, a place where humanity could thrive for generations. The big question on everyone's mind: could intelligent life already exist on Gliese XB? While the James Webb can't see cities or technology, it has picked up rhythmic light fluctuations from the planet's surface, something that natural processes rarely produce. This leads some scientists to believe in the possibility of advanced life, or at the very least, complex ecosystems. The methane spikes suggest metabolic activity, which usually means microbial life at minimum. But the rhythmic signals could indicate something more, perhaps communication or artificial energy sources. Researchers are calling for immediate follow-up studies using radio telescopes like the Square Kilometre Array, aiming to detect artificial radio signals. If confirmed, Gliese XB could be humanity's first contact with extraterrestrial intelligence. This revelation could completely rewrite history books and redefine humanity's place in the cosmos. The discovery of Gliese XB changes everything about our future. Space agencies are already proposing unmanned probe missions with next-generation propulsion systems to reach the star system within decades. With AI advancements and cryogenic technology, the dream of interstellar travel suddenly feels within reach. Elon Musk's SpaceX, along with other private space companies, have expressed interest in adapting their Starship technology for deep space travel. Colonization projects, which seemed like science fiction, are now serious discussion topics in international space forums. If Gliese XB proves to be a cradle of life, it could serve as humanity's Plan B, a second home where human civilization could start fresh. Moreover, learning from a world more stable than Earth could help us solve environmental problems here. This discovery opens doors to survival, exploration, and perhaps even cosmic friendship. So, what's next in this incredible journey?
NASA and the European Space Agency are planning extended observation missions with the James Webb Telescope, targeting Gliese XB for the next 5 years. The goal is to gather as much atmospheric and surface data as possible. Meanwhile, tech billionaires are funding projects for long-term space habitation modules and advanced AI astronauts. The global conversation is shifting from just exploring space to migrating and living among the stars.
Scientists hope to unlock deeper mysteries about Gliese XB, from its geology to possible civilizations. And who knows, in our lifetime, we might see the first human-made probe reaching Gliese XB. It's a historic moment, a true giant leap for mankind, reminding us that the universe is not just something we observe, it's something we might one day call home. One of the most exciting aspects of the Gliese XB discovery is the growing role of artificial intelligence. AI systems played a critical role in filtering through the massive data captured by the James Webb Space Telescope. The telescope sends back petabytes of data, much of which is noise. AI models trained on years of exoplanet data were used to detect specific biosignatures, traces of life, much faster and more accurately than human scientists could alone. These AI systems identified irregular but consistent patterns in the planet's atmosphere, particularly around methane cycles, leading to the historic 99.7% habitability rating. AI didn't just speed up discovery, it also minimized human error, ensuring that false positives were virtually eliminated. Moving forward, AI will be the bridge between distant worlds and human understanding, accelerating discoveries and possibly identifying hundreds of other life-friendly planets within our galaxy.
You've probably heard of the Goldilocks zone, but what exactly does it mean? Gliese XB sits comfortably in this magical region around its star, where the temperature is just right for liquid water to exist. Too close to the star, and water evaporates, making the planet a scorching desert like Venus. Too far, and water freezes, creating barren ice worlds like Pluto.
Gliese XB's placement in this habitable zone means it enjoys Earth-like conditions with stable water cycles, cloud formations, and a breathable atmosphere. This sweet spot also ensures the right amount of sunlight to support photosynthesis if plant life exists there. Scientists emphasize how rare it is to find a planet that not only orbits in the habitable zone, but also shows such a complex, life-friendly atmospheric signature. The discovery of Gliese XB may just redefine how we search for life across the universe. With the news of Gliese XB, space colonization has moved from science fiction into real strategy sessions among world governments. The European Space Agency and NASA are reportedly discussing potential mission blueprints aimed at long-term exploration. Think of it as humanity's grand insurance policy, a second Earth where our species could migrate should things deteriorate on our planet.
Tech giants are proposing nuclear-powered propulsion systems and next-gen cryogenic sleep modules capable of transporting humans across light years. The early focus will likely be unmanned exploration using AI-driven robotics to map the planet, assess terrain, and even begin automated terraforming processes. The prospect of building floating cities or subterranean habitats is now entering the realm of practical science.
Colonizing Gliese XB could mark the beginning of humanity's transformation into a multi-planetary civilization. Of course, reaching Gliese XB won't be a walk in the park. Despite its promising conditions, the biggest hurdle is distance. At 120 light-years away, even our fastest spacecraft would take thousands of years to get there using current propulsion technology.
This reality is pushing scientists to develop revolutionary methods of space travel, like light sails propelled by lasers or fusion-powered ships. Breakthrough Starshot and similar initiatives are already testing concepts that could slash travel time dramatically. Another major challenge will be overcoming cosmic radiation and maintaining human health during prolonged space journeys. The sheer complexity of logistics, life support systems, and planetary landing mechanisms poses significant engineering challenges. However, with growing global cooperation and technological breakthroughs, what once seemed impossible is slowly becoming a tangible goal for the next century. The discovery of Gliese XB is more than just a space exploration victory. It's a mirror reflecting back on our own planet. By studying this new world, scientists hope to learn more about planetary balance, atmospheric stability, and the delicate equilibrium needed to sustain life. Gliese XB's pristine ecosystems, untouched by industrialization, offer a reference point for what Earth could be like in its most natural state. Environmentalists argue this discovery could motivate humanity to treat Earth with greater care, understanding that habitable worlds are rare and precious. Some climate scientists even believe studying Gliese XB's atmosphere might reveal insights into how we can stabilize our own planet's climate or reverse damage caused by human activity. The planet isn't just a potential home, it's a lesson in preservation. An often overlooked but critical factor in a planet's habitability is its star. Gliese XB orbits a calm, middle-aged star named Gliese 667c, known for its low flare activity and stability. Unlike younger, violent stars that bombard surrounding planets with harmful radiation, Gliese 667c has a relatively peaceful existence. This stability translates to a more predictable climate on Gliese X, with fewer solar storms and less atmospheric erosion. The planet receives just the right amount of energy, not too much to scorch it, not too little to freeze it. The star's calmness significantly boosts the likelihood of sustained life, making Gliese XB one of the most promising exoplanets ever found. This quiet guardian star may have allowed life to develop uninterrupted for billions of years. The ripple effects of this discovery will go far beyond space agencies and scientific journals. The space economy is expected to boom, with investments in space technologies reaching new heights. Private companies are already gearing up to capitalize on space mining, interstellar travel tech, and advanced AI systems designed for space exploration. Countries will compete to develop the fastest, most efficient spacecraft, leading to unprecedented technological advancements with applications on Earth. The Gliese XB phenomenon could also spark a golden age in STEM education, inspiring millions of young minds to pursue careers in science and engineering. Entire industries, from energy to material science, may be revolutionized as humanity sets its sights on the stars. One of the biggest questions surrounding Gliese XB is whether we would need to terraform it or if it's naturally ready for human habitation. Early atmospheric readings suggest humans could adapt with minimal technological intervention. With abundant oxygen and nitrogen, breathable air may already exist. However, minor atmospheric tweaking may still be necessary to optimize air pressure and mitigate trace toxic gases. This could involve planting bioengineered plants, introducing algae to oceans, or deploying atmospheric processors. Compared to Mars, which would require extensive terraforming, Gliese XB could be a paradise, potentially allowing human life to thrive within a few generations of colonization efforts. Discovering life, or even the potential for life, on Gliese XB poses deep philosophical questions. Are we truly alone in the universe, or just one of countless civilizations scattered across the stars? If life exists on Gliese XB, what moral obligations do we have towards it? Should we protect it, or is colonization justified? Philosophers, ethicists, and theologians are beginning to weigh in on these complex topics. The discovery challenges long-held beliefs about humanity's uniqueness and prompts a re-examination of our responsibilities as intelligent beings in the universe. Gliese XB could become a symbol of unity for humanity, reminding us of how small we are in the grand cosmic picture. Over the years, we've discovered thousands of exoplanets, but none have excited the world like Gliese XB. Kepler-22b, Proxima Centauri b, and TRAPPIST-1e are notable for their Earth-like traits, but they either lack definitive water signatures or orbit unstable stars. Gliese XB's unique combination of ideal atmosphere, water vapor, mild climate, and a calm parent star puts it in a class of its own. Its habitability rating surpasses any known exoplanet, making it the most viable candidate for future exploration. Scientists are calling it the holy grail of exoplanet hunting, And it's easy to see why. It could very well be the first truly Earth-like world we reach in the future. The discovery of Gliese XB has ignited a spirit of international cooperation unlike anything seen before. Space agencies around the world, including NASA, ESA, JAXA, and even emerging programs from India and China, are engaging in dialogue about pooling resources to investigate this new world.
The magnitude of the challenge, reaching a planet 120 light-years away, is so vast that no single country can take on the mission alone. Joint ventures are being discussed, such as sharing deep space communication networks, telescope time, and AI research data. International partnerships are already developing multinational probes, potentially reducing costs and increasing efficiency. The search for life on Gliese XB could be the catalyst for unprecedented global collaboration, uniting humanity in the shared goal of space exploration. The planet represents a chance for humanity to look beyond borders and rivalries and focus on a common destiny among the stars. The James Webb Space Telescope was already hailed as a generational achievement, but the discovery of Gliese XB has firmly cemented its legacy in human history. This monumental find will forever be remembered as the moment when humanity's gaze extended beyond our solar system in search of life. Webb's powerful infrared instruments allowed scientists to see further and clearer than ever before, detecting atmospheric molecules and planetary conditions with astonishing accuracy. This discovery proves that investments in large-scale scientific projects can lead to transformative insights. It paves the way for future telescopes, like the Habitable Worlds Observatory, designed to be even more specialized in detecting exoplanets. Decades from now, Gliese XB will be seen as the first major triumph in the new golden age of space exploration sparked by James Webb's cutting-edge technology. As news of Gliese XB spreads, it's already beginning to shape popular culture. Sci-fi movies, books, and video games are shifting their focus from Mars colonies to interstellar travel, using Gliese XB as inspiration. Streaming platforms are releasing documentaries exploring the planet's discovery, while authors are penning novels imagining the first human settlements there. Merchandise, collectibles, and even educational programs are being launched under the banner of Gliese XB, our next home. This cultural shift is bringing space science closer to mainstream audiences. Children now dream not just of being astronauts, but of being interstellar pioneers. The discovery of Gliese XB could foster a more scientifically curious and space-enthusiastic generation, forever changing how we view our place in the universe. With the possibility of colonizing Gliese XB comes a host of ethical dilemmas. If life already exists there, even in microbial form, do we have the right to alter its environment to suit human needs? Should exploration take precedence over preservation? These debates are heating up in academic circles, with many experts calling for the creation of interstellar ethics guidelines before any mission is launched. There's also the risk of contamination, both bringing Earth microbes to Gliese XB or introducing alien organisms to Earth. International space treaties may need to be rewritten to address these new challenges. While Gliese XB represents hope and opportunity, it also forces humanity to think deeply about our responsibilities as cosmic explorers and potential colonizers. Gliese XB stands as a shining beacon in the vastness of space, proof that we are not confined to one fragile world. The James Webb Space Telescope has unlocked the door to the stars, revealing a planet with a 99.7% chance of habitability. This discovery is not just scientific, it's cultural, philosophical, and deeply human. Whether we travel there in 100 years or just study it from afar, Gliese XB has already expanded humanity's horizons. It symbolizes a bold new chapter, where dreams of reaching the stars are no longer fantasy, but inevitable destiny. As we stand on the brink of interstellar exploration, one thing is certain: the universe is far more alive, vast, and full of wonder than we ever imagined. The discovery of Gliese XB is pushing technological innovation at an unprecedented rate.
Engineers and scientists are rapidly developing breakthrough propulsion systems that could make interstellar travel achievable within a human lifetime. Concepts like antimatter drives, fusion propulsion, and light sails powered by giant Earth-based lasers are no longer confined to science fiction. The immediate focus is on propulsion that exceeds current chemical rockets, cutting travel time from millennia to decades.
Advancements in AI are also revolutionizing mission planning, from autonomous navigation systems to robotic planetary rovers that can think and adapt on their own. Additionally, long-term space habitation modules are being designed to sustain life for years, perhaps even generations, on journeys to planets like Gliese XB. The ripple effects of these technologies won't just impact space travel, but will likely produce innovations that transform energy, healthcare, and computing on Earth as well.
Interstellar travel poses immense challenges for human health, and reaching Gliese XB will require new medical breakthroughs. Scientists are already studying ways to mitigate the harmful effects of space travel, such as muscle atrophy, bone density loss, and radiation exposure. Solutions being explored include artificial gravity modules that rotate to simulate Earth's gravity, shielding technologies using advanced materials like graphene, and CRISPR gene editing to boost human resilience.
Even psychological challenges are being addressed, with research into virtual reality environments to combat isolation and depression during long-duration missions. If humanity is to survive and thrive during the decades-long journey to Gliese XB, these innovations will be critical. Every discovery in this field also holds promise for improving life back on Earth, especially in medical treatments and mental health therapies. The idea of humanity becoming an interstellar species brings profound questions about identity. As we look towards settling on planets like Gliese XB, we may have to redefine what it means to be human. Future generations born on distant worlds may evolve under different environmental conditions, potentially leading to biological and cultural changes over centuries. New languages, customs, and ways of life could emerge in these isolated societies.